Yes, people, we are live with an Arsenal transfer news show daily live on this channel. I haven't done live stream in so long, literally since the season ended. I haven't live streamed, but I feel like it's about time I do a live stream again. Today, we are going through basically running down all the Arsenal news that's happened, I guess, over the past, like a month or so. I mean, it's all come up to this point. We've all knew that Declan Rice was probably going to be an Arsenal player announced this next week. Hasn't been confirmed quite yet by Fabrizio Romano that it will happen, but we are expecting that to happen imminently. And then after Timber's announced, then after Rice is announced, what is next for Arsenal Football Club? That is the big question. That is what I'm here to discuss today in particular. So make sure you let me know your thoughts in the live chat on the side. I'll be sure to let you guys know. We'll keep you guys up to date throughout the live stream on what you lot are saying. Make it kind of like a basically like everyone discussion session. Because I don't do a lot of these live streams, especially during the transfer window. During the season, I do live streams all the time, especially regarding football match reactions. So if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, because during the season, live streams after lots of football matches, Arsenal matches, every single one, but also non-Arsenal matches as well. All the big matches, I'll be doing live streams straight after giving reactions. But this is mostly to hear your thoughts. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts in the live chat regarding all related Arsenal transfer news. I guess I can start by talking about what I expect to be a very, very busy week next week, especially for the admin team at Arsenal Football Club. Announcements for Timber and Rice is due next week. I do expect Timber announcements to be out tomorrow, Monday, if all goes to plan. And then after that, we do expect Declan Rice announcements, whether that is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, who knows. But we do expect those announcements to come through imminently as well. And then after that, Arsenal would have spent 200 million. Would have spent 200 million on three players, Kai Havertz, Declan Rice, and Jurrien Timber. And after that, who knows who we go for after? Because we're hearing all these reports about this player and that player, like Ivan Fresneda or Musa Diaby or Romeo Lavia, but nothing's concrete. So who knows? Who knows who we go for after we complete the signings of after complete the signings of Romeo. I keep saying Romeo Lavia, man. Jurrien Timber, Declan Rice, and of course Kai Havertz. Let's see what happens afterwards at Arsenal Football Club. Let's get into some of your comments. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat, by the way, regarding all related Arsenal transfer news. Luca says, I'm ready. Big up yourself for joining the live stream. As always, Luca, hope you're doing well. Luke, I'm doing well, my friend. How are you doing? Hope you're doing very well indeed. Martin, hope you're doing well, my friend. Nice to see you around here as well. Anyone else that's new around here, make sure you let me know your thoughts in the live chat. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. I can't lie to you. I'm really, really excited, especially the Declan Rice story, because look, we could talk about how Arsenal almost won the league last season, right? But we do need that top player. Do you know what I mean? That little gold dust players, I call them. Those ones that come around every now and then. And you rarely see these big players get signed for like top money, especially Arsenal Football Club. Our record signing is Nicolas Pepe. And let's be honest, yeah, that wasn't a great signing. Let's be completely honest with you. It's probably the biggest flop signing in Arsenal's history. And since then, we haven't signed a top player, in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The last time Arsenal signed a top caliber player was Mesut Ozil. That's my genuine opinion on it. You can say Alexis Sanchez, yeah, potentially, but he was surplus to requirements at Borussia Dortmund anyway, and Arsenal just came in and Borussia Dortmund at Real Madrid anyway, and came in and took him. Same with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, right? Aubameyang, brilliant signing, but not a top tier signing where he was wanted by basically every single club in Europe. Declan Rice is that. Declan Rice for me is our biggest signing after Ozil. Just in terms of Bayern Munich wanted him, Man City wanted him. We know Chelsea always had the interest in Declan Rice as well. This is a player that a lot of the top clubs wanted, and Arsenal were the ones to put down the money and say, I want to bring Declan Rice to the Arsenal. I want to bring Declan Rice to the Emirates and help him be that player that's going to take us to win the titles. That's what I'm absolutely delighted about, right? Because in my opinion, you're going to spend money, spend it that's going to directly lead us to winning a title. That's what I think, at least. Because you could talk about bringing in these young players and these squad rotation players and this squad depth, right? And I'm all for that, but we still need to reach Man City's level. This side won the treble this year. They were by far the best team in Europe. They just wiped the floor with Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. It wasn't even a contest in those games. To reach their level, it's going to take some doing. It genuinely is. And whether Arsenal's capable of doing that, who knows? But Declan Rice will definitely put us in the right direction, in my opinion. Rice, baby. You should go have some rice to celebrate. Oh, trust me, I've had plenty of rice today, man. Plenty of rice. Rice is a brilliant meal. I'm all right. Thanks for asking. Glad to hear you're doing well. Yeah, doing absolutely brilliantly on this Sunday evening in North London for me. 7:45 p.m. Well, almost bedtime for me. Not quite yet, though. I'm a bit of a night owl anyway. Rice is a good signing for Arsenal. 100% agree, Joseph, man. 100% agree. Appreciate you joining the stream, by the way, as well, my friend. Look, Rice is a brilliant signing. And I hear some people say it's a lot of money and Arsenal overpaid. And is Declan Rice worth all that? I hear you. But this is the market. This is the market nowadays. You're going to have to spend a lot of money for the top talents. Inflation is a thing in football. And the way I look at it, right, if you want to sign these top players, you're going to have to put down the money. And it's not our money anyway. As far as the fans are considered, as far as I'm considered, I get it. I know that it's going to hinder our financial fair play and our ability to sign other players in the window. But genuinely, I didn't take a pound out my pocket to pay for Declan Rice. That was all the Kroenke's money and Arsenal's money. So if they want to spend 105 million, so be it, man. I just want to see the player come to the Emirates. And they'll make some of the money back in shirt sales. You can't tell me that you ain't going to see people buy Declan Rice 41 on their Arsenal shirt. 100% they will. I'm still thinking who to print on this shirt. When I bought this shirt on the final game of the season against Wolves, right, I didn't get it printed on the back. There's no one on the back for it. Because I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to see who Arsenal sign, and then I'll make my decision. Right now, I'm thinking to probably get Ødegaard 8 on the back. But Rice 41, I mean, it could be a good option. Let me know in the comments or in the live chat, sorry, who you think you're going to get on your Arsenal shirt if you're getting one. Or if you're not getting an Arsenal shirt, who should I get on the back of my Arsenal shirt? I'm thinking Ødegaard 8. It could be Rice 41. I'm not too sure right now. That's the main thing. Cecilio, thank you for joining the stream. I'll do the cooking. Yeah, man, cooking up the rice. That's what I like to see. Rice coming to the Emirates, man. That's a beautiful, beautiful sign. Guys, in terms of Timber as well, this one's gone under the radar. Because I know it's kind of unfair on Timber because obviously the Rice deal's happening at the same time. So everyone's sitting there going, Timber, amazing deal. But no one's really talking about it because of the Rice deal. But genuinely, guys, Timber is a brilliant player as well. That's a really good deal. We're talking about a young 21-year-old captain of Ajax right now before obviously he goes to the Arsenal. Right back / centre back, comfortable slots into midfield, versatile player in that sense, a modern style defender. Like, that is a really good deal. Trust me, if Declan Rice to Arsenal wasn't happening, this would be even bigger. This would be talked about even more. I feel a bit for Jurrien Timber because this story's gone under the radar because everyone's focused on Declan Rice to Arsenal, even though the deals are happening back to back. I do expect the Timber announcement to happen first. I'll probably be at work tomorrow when it happens, unfortunately. But hey, look, it's one of those things. It's one of those things in life. That's why I'm doing a live stream today. And let me know in the live chat as well. Also, if you want more live streams regarding transfer news, or you're happy with just the videos, when the season starts, it'll be live stream galore on this channel. Make no mistake about it. But for now, we're doing mostly videos for the transfer news, but can incorporate some more live streams if it goes down well. Femi, do we still need a 20+ goal scorer to win major honours? Femi, thank you for joining the stream, and that's an absolutely brilliant question. And for me, we do. We do, man. I'll tell you why we do. Tell me one team in the history of the Premier League, right, that's won the Premier League without an out-and-out goal scorer. I can't remember. I genuinely can't. Even when Leicester won the league, Vardy scored 20+ goals. Haaland last year. You're looking at players like Salah scoring multiple goals for Liverpool. So if you're going to win the league, you're going to need to have a top striker, in my opinion. Now, I absolutely love the fact that Saka can chip in with 15 goals. Martinelli can chip in with 15 goals. Ødegaard as well. I love the fact that multiple players can score 10+ goals for Arsenal. But at the same time, at one point, you're going to need a bagsman. You're going to need someone to just stick up front, and you know that you can bank on them getting 25 goals a season. You're going to need it. It's just the way of the world. Now, unfortunately, those players cost a lot of money. And we've already spent 200 million this window. So can I see Arsenal going out and signing a top-tier striker? No. But next season or January, we're going to need a top-tier striker. And when I mean top-tier, I'm talking break the bank on this type of striker, man. Like, we need a striker that can confidently get us 25 goals a season. And it's not even a surprise. Like, if we see him get 25 goals, we're not sitting there going, oh, my days, 25 goals, that's a brilliant achievement. It will be a brilliant achievement, but that's something they're capable of. Now, I'm setting my standards very highly. I'm looking at players like Victor Osimhen. I'm looking at players like Kylian Mbappe. And why not? Look, you're going to laugh at me, guys, but why not? We've seen it happen in the past. Harry Kane's contract runs out at Tottenham next season. Why not go for Harry Kane, man? Why not? Why not do a Sol Campbell 2.0? Tempt the waters. We know he was an Arsenal fan growing up. We've got the pictures of him with the red hair at the Invincibles parade. Why not tempt Harry Kane? Because, guys, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, yeah? You can't tell me that Harry Kane is not the perfect striker for Arsenal. Like, genuinely, he is. He's a perfect striker for Arteta and Arsenal. He can hold up play. He's a target man. He's a proven finisher. He's tall so he can win you headers as well. Like, he is the perfect Arsenal striker, but he plays at Tottenham Hotspur. That's the only problem. But who knows, man? If Harry Kane's down to do a Sol Campbell 2.0, I want to make it happen. But look, even if it's not Harry Kane, Ivan Toney's a brilliant option. Now, I know Arteta probably won't want to get Ivan Toney because of his comments in the past regarding good kick about with the boys when we lost 2-0 to Brentford at the start of last season, right? But for me, Ivan Toney's a superb footballer. I've watched a lot of Brentford games this last season and the season before, right? And he's an unbelievable striker, Ivan Toney. I'd love to have him at the Emirates. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat, who you would like to be as a brand, who you would like also to bring in as a brand striker. But for me, Ivan Toney, I'm a massive fan of him. Harry Kane, that's a long shot, but why not? Mbappe, he could be on the market next year if he doesn't go to Real Madrid. Who knows what happens there? Victor Osimhen, of course, is an option. But for me, it has to be a bagsman. It has to be someone that you can hang your hat on for getting 25 goals a season. Because I love Jesus, I do, but Jesus is wasteful. He is. That's just my thoughts on it, man. Joseph says, Timber should start in Arsenal's lineup. He plays brilliantly. You know what? I hear it. Let me know in the live chat. Do you think Timber should start for Arsenal? I don't think he will to start. To be fair, I think to start, Arsenal's system will be the same as last year. Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. But you know what? Why not have Timber, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel? Why not? And then Zinchenko can drop out. Because the thing about Zinchenko is I love the guy to pieces. I think he's a brilliant footballer. The guy can't defend. Like, genuinely, he can't. As soon as I saw him get nutmegged by Trent, and when we conceded that goal, that's when I knew, yeah, this is a long day for Zinchenko. He just has lapses of concentration. And yeah, if you're playing Bournemouth at home, or yeah, if you're playing Nottingham Forest at home, it might be all right. But you can't have lapses of concentration against Liverpool at Anfield. You can't have lapses of concentration against Man City. That's what's going to cost you. The fine margins in football, right? Because if we beat Man City at home and don't lose to Liverpool, we win the Premier League last year. But we don't quite do that. Do you get what I mean? So look at it that way and think you've got to be ruthless in football. I mean, Pep Guardiola did the same thing. João Cancelo was one of his best players, not last season, but the season before. Last season, he binned him. He realized, you know what? I need that can defend. I'd rather stick Ake at left back. So he got rid of Zinchenko, got rid of, obviously, Benjamin Mendy was already out of the equation, got rid of Cancelo. I said, you know what? I want a left back that can defend. Let's stick Ake there. Let's stick Akanji there. They might not be good going forward. They might not be great on the football, but I'll tell you one thing. Them brothers can defend. So sometimes you're going to need someone that can defend. And why not have Timber, Gabriel, Ben White, and Saliba as the back four? Yeah, you might not have anyone that can really go forward. Yeah, it might be a little bit clunky, but all four of them can defend. There's no liabilities there in that team. That's just my thoughts on it. Let me know your thoughts on who should be the starting back for Arsenal next season on that first game against Nottingham Forest. I can't wait for it in just over a month's time. Babs, welcome to the live stream. Hope you're doing well, my friend. In order to compete with City, we need a 20-plus goal scorer. 100% facts, man. Factos. You hit the nail on the head right there. I agree with you 100%. The question is, who is going to be that striker? Because that's what I'm thinking about. Because these strikers, they're few and far between, and you're going to have to spend a lot of money on them. Let's be completely honest about it, guys. And this ain't a striker that you can sit there and go, you know what, 30 million, we'll bring him in. He'll get 20-plus goals. That ain't going to happen. Like, you're going to have to spend a lot of money. Who would you like to bring in? For me, Ivan Toney, I think a brilliant option. I've already spoken about potentially someone like Victor Osimhen, but we know he'll be a lot of money, like 100+ million. So yeah, you got to be smart. You got to be smart. The way I look at it right now is, if Arsenal bring a CDM this season, I'm talking a competent CDM. Tchouameni, Moises Caicedo. I know Chelsea want Moises Caicedo, but we've seen Chelsea steal Mudryk from us. Why can't we steal Caicedo from Chelsea? It can happen. We've got Champions League football. We're a massive football club. We've got fans in everywhere on planet Earth, basically. Like, we're a global, historic, traditional football club that runs, like, football's embedded in our system. We should be able to sign any of these top players. So for me, I'm looking at Moises Caicedo. I'm not hitting there going, oh, Chelsea have agreed personal terms. I'm telling you, if it's between Arsenal and Chelsea, Moises Caicedo is choosing Arsenal. I'll hang my bottom dollar on that one happening. So if you're Arsenal Football Club and you're serious for me doing a CDM this season, and then next summer, spend all your money on a striker. I don't care if it's the one player we get next summer. I want us to get a top-tier striker. If it's 150 million, 120 million, I don't care. The best striker, I want us to sign them next season. That would be the perfect sort of equation for me. Because I understand that we haven't got the money to spend 400 million this summer. We spent wisely. I like Rice. I like the Timber purchases. The Kai Havertz deal, I'm going to see what happens there. I'm not a massive fan, but I'll trust what Arteta's doing. I'll see what happens on that front. But I do think we need another CDM. Because let's put it this way, right, guys, yeah? We've lost Granit Xhaka already. We might lose Thomas Partey. We don't know yet, but it might happen. If Arsenal sell Partey and Xhaka and replace them with Rice and Havertz, is that a better midfield? Be honest with me, guys. Would you rather see Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard, or Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, and Martin Odegaard? Be completely honest. Because for me, I think Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard's more balanced midfield. Rice is a better player than Partey and Xhaka, but Havertz is too offensive. Now, if you have Caicedo, Rice, and Ødegaard, or if you have Jurrien, Rice, and Ødegaard, now we're talking. That's the midfield, in my opinion. That's a top-tier midfield that could compete with most teams on planet Earth. So I like that midfield. But if it's Rice, if it's Havertz, it's Ødegaard, it's a very risky midfield. Obviously, it can work if you have Timber slotting into midfield as another DM. They're looking at very, very complex systems and formations, and it relies a lot on not injuries occurring, because God forbid Declan Rice gets injured, because our team goes to pot if Rice is injured. That's our best midfielder or best defensive midfielder by a mile, because then the drop-off is huge. So if I look at it that way, I'm thinking we still got a lot to fix at Arsenal Football Club. And look, one more DM, even though it's one player, if it's one top caliber CDM, it goes a long, long way, man. Long, long way. Suddenly the strain is off Rice. Suddenly we got less of a burden on Jorginho to come into the team maybe at times. It just makes everything so, so much more easier. And look, guys, it is the margins in football, right? Because I do believe if we get Caicedo in January, we might win the league. You know, when we bid 16, 70 million from, I remember covering it on this channel. It was one of the most viewed videos on this channel when Arsenal bid 70 million for Declan Moises Caicedo. I sat there and I said, look, us bringing in Caicedo might win us the Premier League. Like, he is that top caliber player. He's that gold dust footballer. It didn't end up happening. I genuinely thought we'd go for him again in the summer. I thought, you know, we don't bid 70 million pounds for a player and not rate them. I thought it was going to happen. We saw the rumours that Caicedo wanted to come to Arsenal. It looked like it's cooled down. It looks like it's not as hot on the radar. It seems more Chelsea interested. It's one of those things, man. It's one of those things. So, look, if I'm Arsenal Football Club, I'm liking the purchases so far. But as I said in my video earlier today about Ivan Fresneda, it's only just started. It's only just started because God forbid Declan Rice gets injured and our midfield looks 10 times worse. 10 times worse. So, look, very risky strategy from Arsenal right now. Arsenal looking at lacking a centre forward. Gabriel Jesus is not enough alone. 100% agree. 100% agree. Look, I'm a big fan of Gabriel Jesus. I genuinely am. But there's a reason that Pep Guardiola was willing to let him go. There was a reason that Pep Guardiola said to Jesus, look, it is what it is. That man is ruthless Guardiola. He let Jesus go, brought in Haaland. Yeah, it took some time. And I'll be one of the first ones. I remember releasing videos on this channel saying that, does Haaland fit into Man City? Is he a Man City type player? Is he a Pep Guardiola type player? But lo and behold, that they've gone on to win the treble. So he was vilified in that decision, I guess, Pep Guardiola. He made the right decision. He made the right call to bring in Erling Haaland and get rid of Gabriel Jesus. It was ruthless. They won the Premier League 4 times in 5 seasons with Jesus, but he wanted the Champions League. He wanted to go and do incredible things. So he got rid of Jesus and brought in Haaland, and that's what happened. You bring in a top goal scorer, your problems get solved. It's crazy, isn't it? You bring a goal scorer that can score you 30 plus goals, suddenly everything just looks 10 times easier on the football pitch. Do you get what I mean? So Arsenal, I feel, is going to reach a point we're going to need an Erling Haaland type striker. I understand that Erling Haaland's a league of his own. He's gold dust. He's cut different. He's like cut from a different cloth. But there's strikers out there that can do good things. I'm talking good things. There's strikers out there that can score goals. And I'm talking bag them from outside the box, inside the box, can link up play, can score headers, right foot, left foot, can score off their kneecaps if they need to. There's strikers like that exist in world football. It's just about bringing them in the door. And look, if Arsenal can identify that, if Arteta can identify that, that's the next step for me. But let's see if that can happen, man. Let's see. We can't be one player away from everything falling apart. Agree, man. I agree. And that's the thing with squad depth, right? Because last season, when Saliba got injured, you can say that was the reason we didn't win the league or not. It made a massive hindrance because as soon as Saliba got injured, the defense fell apart, man. Genuinely, that defense fell apart. We were nowhere near where we were with Saliba. And that was everything that Saliba brought to the game. Not just the fact that he was a brilliant defender. He started the attacks from defense. He was controlling. He was a presence in that team. Like, you're talking about a top-tier centre-back. I'm so delighted he's re-signed his contract with Arsenal because he's a brilliant defender. And if Declan Rice gets injured, similar things could happen in that midfield to what happened with Saliba last season. Potentially even worse because Gabriel picks up the slack for Saliba sometimes. Who's going to pick up the slack for Declan Rice? Jorginho? Who else? El Neni? Like, genuinely, the drop from Declan Rice is massive. Absolutely massive. So let's see what Arsenal do, man. Let's see. For me, the transfer window is nowhere near completed. It's only just started, in my opinion. We're going to need at least one more top-tier addition. That's what I want. One more top-tier one more top-tier player. If it's a striker or a CDM, I don't mind. But a top-tier player in that position, like I'm talking 60 million at least, and I'm happy. I'm satisfied. And many will say that's greedy. We've already spent 200 million. And I get you, but if to reach Man City, you're going to have to spend over the odds. It's just one of those things. We already sold Granit Xhaka for 21.5 million. Fine. We sold Palomari for 6 million. That's 27.5 million already. You sell Balogun and Nketiah, that could be 33 million more. That brings us up to 60 million now saved. Sell Tierney, that could bring you up to 90, 80. Then you're looking at Pepe, Tavares, Lokonga, Rob Holding. These are other players you can sell. You could easily make 100 million. At the very least, you can make 100 million from our fringe players. At the very least. And these are players that should not be touching the Arsenal team anyway. Cedric Suarez is another one, for example. You can make 100 million from those players at least. So if you make 100 million from those players and you spend 60 to 70 million on a top-tier defensive midfielder, that saves 30 million, in my opinion. And then our overall transfer spend this season is about 180, 170 million. I'm satisfied with that. Job done. That's what I would take. But let's see, man. Let's see. Like I said, that deep defensive midfielder can't be a scrub. It can't be a random player. It has to be Tchouaméni or Caicedo, in my opinion. One of those two players, it has to be. Because, guys, the CDM position is the most important position on the football pitch, in my opinion. Anyone that watches football knows that your defensive midfielder is your rock. It's your anchor. Now, Romeo Lavia might be an incredible defensive midfielder one day. He's 19. You're telling me a 19-year-old is going to be the rock of your team? Like, I'm a massive fan of Romeo Lavia and what he's doing, right? But Southampton got relegated last season and finished bottom of the table comfortably with Romeo Lavia as their starting defensive midfielder. Now, I understand that relegated players can still turn out to do brilliant things. Aaron Ramsdale, Wijnaldum, Andy Robertson, etc. It can happen. But this is the defensive midfielder you're talking about, man. This is a rock. This is a young player, right? And you can't be sitting there going, oh, we need Romeo Lavia to save our season. Look at Caicedo. He's the reason Brighton got Europe. He's one of the reasons. Casemiro is one of the reasons United got Champions League football. Rodri, one of the best players for Man City last season. It's no surprise that teams with a competent defensive midfielder start going places. Fabinho had the fall off for Liverpool. They fell out the Champions League. Coincidence? I think not. So it's one of those things. Look, people are going to say Caicedo and Tchouaméni are young as well. They are young as well. But the difference between Caicedo, Tchouaméni and Romeo Lavia is Caicedo and Tchouaméni have had more seasons in the Premier League. Caicedo's played at the World Cup. Tchouaméni's played in the Champions League, in the World Cup final. Like, these are young players with experience. That's what I like to see. That's why I wanted to bring Jurrien, Timber, Declan Rice, Kai Havertz. These players aren't old as well. They're young. They're younger than 24, I want to say, young, if not younger. But they've got experience in big moments. They've got experience in big matches. They've got experience scoring goals in the Champions League final in Kai Havertz's case. They've got experience being a captain of Ajax in Jurrien Timber's case, a captain of West Ham in Declan Rice's case, winning the Europa Conference League final in Declan Rice's case. These are young players that have done big things. So that's why I like bringing in young players that have already got a pedigree. This isn't internship FC. We shouldn't be there giving young players their next big thing. We should be here to sign the top youngsters that are going to increase in market value and be the next best thing for now and the future. What is Arteta's next priority signing position? Great question, Joseph. Let me know your thoughts on live chat regarding that answer. For me, CDM or a striker, and I'd like to address CDM first. CDM this summer, striker next summer, job's good. That's what I would do in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree in the live chat. I'd love to hear it. Why do you think Arteta went for Rice instead of Caicedo? It's a good question. And I've had a lot of people say, who would you have gone for? Would you have gone for Rice? Would you have gone for Caicedo? Me personally, right? I think Rice I would have gone for because he's a bit more versatile than Caicedo. Now, when we first signed Rice, I thought we were going to bring in Rice as a Xhaka replacement. Genuinely, I thought that was the case. Now, that could still happen. He could still be playing that box-to-box role, but it seems as though Kai Havertz is a Xhaka replacement and Rice is the defensive midfielder. Now, Rice has got more experience than Caicedo. Rice obviously has played, I know in the World Cup, so has Caicedo, but European final for West Ham United. Rice has been a staple of West Ham and England for many seasons. He's an older player. It's the right move, in my opinion. I'm a massive fan of Caicedo. Genuinely, I am. Those of you that have been here before know I'm a big Caicedo fan. I think he's a superb footballer. But at the same time, I do understand that Moises Caicedo is a CDM. That is it. He's not versatile. He can't play box-to-box role. He can play right back as well. And I was the first to say, actually, those of you who have been here before know, I wanted Ricedo. Rice and Caicedo. Those were the two signings I wanted Arsenal to make. Genuinely, guys, if we didn't sign Kai Havertz and sign Caicedo instead, and now someone was looking like Caicedo, Rice, and Timber, I'd be delighted. Genuinely, I'd be sitting there going, this is fantastic. bring in the striker, and our summer's done. I would be smiling so much. Obviously, the Kai Havertz deal is one of those where I'm sitting there going, look, if Arteta wanted to make the move, I trust it, so be it. But I am sitting there scratching my head a little bit thinking 70 million or 60 million on that guy is a bit steep. It is a bit steep. But it's one of those things, man. Why did Arteta go for Rice? I think it's the experience. I think it's the versatility. I think he sees something in Rice. Maybe it's his strength, his technical ability. He sees development in that player, maybe. It's accumulation of factors. It was the right decision, in my opinion. Because for me, Rice walks into any Premier League team. Look, if Bayern Munich want you, if Man City want you, you're doing something right. Yeah, like you are. Because Man City and Bayern Munich don't sign bums. And people say, oh, Man City didn't really want Declan Rice. They'll just driving the price up. Cap, man. That's not true. That is not true. You don't bid £90 million for a player that you don't want. Because what if West Ham went and agreed to it? Then you're sitting there going, hang on a minute. I didn't want this player. Oh, no, I just spent £90 million on a player I didn't want. Obviously, Man City wanted Declan Rice. They did. You don't bid £90 million for a player you don't want. Man City wanted him. Bayern Munich wanted him. Arsenal got him. For me, that's brilliant news. Brilliant news. Because that's the thing. Look, Arsenal's policy and Arteta's policy and Eddie's policy, right, has been avoid bidding wars. It's why I brought Lisandro Martinez last season. Sorry, the season before we wanted him. Didn't want to get in a bidding war with Man United. Went for Zinchenko instead. Vlahovic, we wanted him. Didn't want to get in a bidding war. Didn't want to drive the price up. Went for Jesus instead. Same with Mudryk. Didn't want to get in a bidding war with Chelsea. We went for Leandro Trossard instead. Now, I don't mind that at times because I don't think you should be a club that gets mugged off like Chelsea. Chelsea get mugged off right now for their transfers. But at the same time, let's be completely honest about it, guys. If you want to sign top players, you're going to have to get in a bidding war. You're going to have to beat other top clubs to it. Because when we signed Ben White, signed Erdegaard and Ramsdale, those have been brilliant players, but they weren't players that were wanted by every club in world football. You didn't see Real Madrid. You didn't Real Madrid looking for Ben White or Ramsdale. You didn't see Man City looking for Ben White, Ramsdale or Erdegaard. You didn't see it. It was only ongoing for those players. So we dictated the transfer value for that player in many ends. But if you want the top players, I'm talking not players that you make a project around. I'm talking about players that you're going to turn around and turn to the next best thing and develop them and train them. I'm talking about Premier League proven world-class players. Right now, you're going to have other clubs interested. It's the nature of the game. It's like you're not going to be the only man on planet Earth or only woman in planet Earth that wants a Ferrari. Like a lot of people want that car because it's lucrative. Do you get what I mean? And Declan Rice is lucrative. He's gold dust. So you're going to have to beat other clubs to that signature. And I like the fact that Arsenal spent the money because I've told you in previous years, we don't look like we spend that much money. Yeah, we've made signings, but when's the last time Arsenal really broke the bank for a world-class player? Like I said, for me, it was Mesut Ozil. I wouldn't class Alexis Sanchez. I wouldn't class Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. They were world-class for periods when they were at Arsenal, but when we signed them, I wouldn't class them as world-class players. Ozil was the only player I can remember in previous seasons where Arsenal went out and signed a world-class player. That's just my thoughts on it. And that was a long time ago. Ozil's actually retired now. So it just goes to show. Declan Rice, world-class player Arsenal signed. Kyriakos, appreciate joining the stream, my friend. You're 100% right. My Caicedo or Tchouaméni? Yes, has to be. Those are two central defensive midfielders that I can see right now that are world-class. Let me know if you have anyone else in the live chat. People will say Lavia. People will say other options. But for me, if I'm looking at world-class defensive midfielders, it's Tchouaméni or Caicedo, man. Young, fit the billing, playing the top competitions. Those are players we have to get, in my opinion. But yeah, in terms of other Arsenal transfer news, in terms of outgoings, I do expect that to be the next nature of call for our football club. I do expect us to go going strong on getting the players because we spent 200 million, and the Conques will sit there and go, hang on a minute, Josh Conque, Stan Conque, and they'll phone up to Edu, to Arteta's Vino and say, hang on a minute, we spent all this money, we need to make some money back. So we need to sell. Xhaka's gone. Arguably, that's a player I would have wanted to keep anyway, and we end up selling him. What is Pepe still doing here? What is Cedric Suarez still doing here? Like, what is, in my opinion, I don't know these players, yeah? Nuno Tavares, Lokonga, not good enough. We need to sell. People say loan them out. Look, loan out young players. If they're not young, if there's no development, if you don't want them back, just sell them. Rob Holding's another one. Exactly, Maddie. I appreciate you on the stream. We need to sell Rob Holding. 100%. 100% you're right in that sense, man. Rob Holding needs to go. These are players that are not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. Why are we keeping them around? So I've done my keep bench sell Arsenal edition. After this live stream, feel free to check that out. I released it about 2 days ago on this channel. So yeah, feel free to check out on this channel. My keep, bench, sell, Arsenal edition, basically who I believe should start, who I believe we should sell, who I believe we should loan out, keep on the squad, etc. Brilliant video on the channel, about 17 minutes long. Feel free to check out after this stream. And in some of those players, look, there's a lot of people that have outstayed their welcome at Arsenal Football Club. And it is harsh, I know, but football's a ruthless game. I spoke about Pep Guardiola earlier, right? Everyone saw Gabriel Jesus' interview and what he said about Guardiola. He said he cried because Guardiola would rather start Zinchenko in the false line than Jesus. It's harsh, but Guardiola wins trophies because he is harsh. He's ruthless. You don't win the top competitions by being nice. There's no space for nice people in football. It's a ruthless game. I'm not saying being waste man. I'm not saying be an arsehole. I'm not saying anything like that. But you got to be ruthless. You got to make the tough decisions. You got to sit there and go, this play's not good enough for my football club. You shake their hand. You say, thank you for your service, but we'll help you find another football club. That's what it's got to be. There's certain players in that sense, right? El Neni needs to go. Look, I hear you, but in my opinion, I'd keep El Neni. Why? He's a good player to have around the squad. And you're not going to sell El Neni for money anyway. How much money are you going to get for El Neni? 5 million? 6 million if you're lucky? So for me, I'd keep El Neni. Why not? Because he can come in for 1 or 2 games. He'll do a job for you. So yeah, I'd keep El Neni around the dressing room, to be fair. Play the Carabao Cup games for all I care. Because he ain't got resale value. But Cedric, goodbye. You're looking at Tavares. I would have loved to give him more time. But this isn't internship FC. This isn't apprenticeship FC. This isn't work experience FC. This is a club that wants to win the Premier League. I said it before, right? When you run a business, guys, this is how a business works, yeah? A business is money in the door. That's how a business works. A business isn't training staff. A business isn't cash reserves. A business isn't a beautiful website. That's not a business. A business is money in the door. If you have money coming through, you got a business, and you got a business that can survive. If you've got brilliant cash reserves, if you've got the best website on planet Earth, if you've got the best stuff on planet Earth, but no one's ordering your products, you ain't got a business. You're going to run out. And I apply the same thing to Arsenal Football Club. You could have the best young players in the world. You could have the best academy in the world, right? You could have the best looking shirt in the world. But if you're not bringing in players that are going to win you titles, you ain't winning a title. That's just how it works. And is Nuno Tavares going to win Arsenal Premier League? No. So sell him. Is Lokonga going to win Arsenal Premier League? No. So sell him. It's harsh, but look, correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know in the live chat if you disagree. But that's what my mentality is. Are they good enough for Man City? No. Are they good enough to win Arsenal Premier League or Champions League? Look, ask yourself this. Next season in a Premier League game, do you want to see Lokonga play for Arsenal? No? Sell him. That's my thoughts on it. I can survive seeing Timber playing an Arsenal's team. I can survive seeing, you know what? Why not? Emil Smith-Rowe can play 1 or 2 games in the Premier League. I'm not going to rip my hair out. I'm not going to sit there, cry myself to sleep if I see Odegaard get injured and Vieira have to start 1 game. But if I see Saliba get injured, I see Rob Holding in the team, I'm sitting there paranoid. I'm sitting there shaking, thinking, what's going to happen? And that's a bad sign. So that's what you have to ask yourself if you're an Arsenal fan right now. If you're going to be worried seeing that guy play a game in the Premier League or Champions League for you, sell him. Sell him right now because you need players you can trust in the team. And if Arteta doesn't trust Rob Holding, get rid. That was a bit of a rant, but that's just my opinion on it. If you disagree, let me know in the live chats. That's just my thought on it. And if you do agree, let me know in the live chat as well. He's the last Wenger player. Yeah, he is. And look, a bit of sentiment there, but every good thing comes to an end, right? Every good thing comes to an end. So, look, I'd like to keep El Neni around, even if it is for 1 or 2 more seasons, just as a locker room presence. He's a nice guy that people get along with. But yeah, other players, they need to go, man. They need to go. Like, there's so many as well. Lokonga, Tavares, Suarez need to leave. Agree. Pepe, you can add to that list. You can add, what's the guy's name to his list, man? Oh, man. The guy's, I forgot his name. Minor. Nketiah or Balogun will be sold as well. I'd rather sell Nketiah than Balogun, but if Balogun wants to go, let him walk. That's my policy around Arsenal Football Club, right? That's my policy in life and in business and in football. If someone wants to go, don't stop them. If you run a business and your best employee says, I want to go, you don't force them to stay. You say, look, you're a really valued member of the team. I'd really love you to stay. But if you want to go, go. Pep Guardiola, Cancelo wanted to go, he said walk. Arteta wanted to go manage Arsenal. That was Pep Guardiola's number 2. He told Arteta, good luck, go manage Arsenal. Arteta almost won the league with Arsenal against Man City. That's Pep Guardiola's opinion. And I vouch for that as well. If someone wants to go, let them go. If Balogun's trying to give you an ultimatum saying, I must start, I must play, or I'm going to go, I'm not getting loaned out again, let the man walk, bro. We're Arsenal Football Club, established in 1886. Are you seeing the legends that have played for this football club? Like Herbert Chapman, the pioneer of Arsenal Football Club, one of the greatest ever men to be involved with this club. Like, he did not run this football club for 21-year-old Balogun to sit here and say, I'm either playing games or I'm getting sold. I'm not going out on loan again. Who does he think he is? Like, I'm a massive fan of Balogun. Those who've been here before know that I'm one of Balogun's biggest fans. When he was in the academy, I was hyping him up. But you got to understand the position you're in. You got to understand the chessboard right now, right? You got to move with some dignity. You got to move like a big club. If you start appeasing these young players and start saying, all right, Balogun, right, you're going to have to play them because we don't want to sell you, then you're going to sit there and go, hang on a minute. Every young player can sit there and think he can walk over Arsenal Football Club. I did not sit here and support Arsenal Football Club for the past 21 years of my life to let players like Balogun decide what he's going to do. What does that mean? If the player wants to go, let him go. But this way, you got to be smart. You sell Balogun, but you insert a buyback clause. You insert a sell-on clause. You sell him for 50 million or something. That's what you got to do. That's the smart thing. You don't just sell him and have all the cards off your table. Now, Balogun was a bit of a bad play from him. He's not media trained. Arsenal must have facepalmed because every other player on planet Earth, right? When they want to get sold, they don't say they're going to get sold. Rasmus Højlund for Atalanta, right? Man United won him. He doesn't sit there and go, I want to leave, I want to go Man United. He sits there and goes, I'm just focused on my football. Whatever happens, happens. If I'm at Atalanta next season, brilliant. If I'm elsewhere, so be it. That's the right thing because now the cards are in Atalanta's hands. What does Balogun do, man? He comes out, he plays for USMNT, the men's national team, does brilliantly, scores a goal. He's all the lights are on him. He's super excited. Will he come out and say, oh, I'm really enjoying my football. I can't go out on loan next season. I don't care. I'm not going out on loan. I'm either playing for Arsenal or I'm getting sold and playing elsewhere. Well done. You've just taken all the power out of Arsenal Football Club. Now everyone knows that you want to get sold. And what does that do? That means that the price for Balogun goes down. So you got to media train your players sometimes. But if Balogun wants to go, walk, man. Walk. No player's too big for the football club, in my opinion. That's just my thoughts on it. That's just my thoughts. So, look, let's see what Arsenal do. There'll be certain players I do expect to leave Arsenal Football Club in the near future. We're going to make some money back. There's still 2 months to go. This transfer window is nowhere near completed. Let's see what Arsenal do. Let's see. I want Partey to stay. Me as well. But look, if Arteta's got a plan, if Tchouaméni or Caicedo come in, you can sell Partey. But unless you're bringing in Tchouaméni or Caicedo, you got to keep Thomas Partey, in my opinion. That's just my personal opinion on it. That's just my thoughts. But let me know if you disagree as well. But yeah, the main news is Timber and Declan Rice will be announced as Arsenal players this next week. I expect Timber to be announced tomorrow, potentially, if not very, very soon. Excited for that one. Of course, as well, Declan Rice as well. That'll be a massive, massive signing. When that announcement happens, massive, man. Twitter's going to be in a chokehold. Absolute chokehold. Then after that, it's anyone's guess who Arsenal sign next, man. Absolutely anyone's guess. I appreciate everyone that's tuned into this live stream. We're going to start to wrap it up now. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe and hit bell notifications for daily Arsenal transfer news videos. This is a bit of a change today. I did a live stream on this Sunday evening, but most of the time it is videos. I'll be having a video out tomorrow on a surprise player. I'm not going to tell you who it is, but a video will be out tomorrow regarding Arsenal transfer news and a potential pickup Arsenal could make after sealing Timber and Rice. Make sure you drop a like down below so stream gets out to more people and the algorithm. My Arsenal streams will be back starting Thursday. Arsenal versus Nuremberg in Germany, the game is. I'll be dropping my live stream reaction as soon as the game is done. Also, preseason is coming to see how the new signings play. Exactly, Joseph. Exactly. And I can't wait for it, man. Can't wait for the new season. Last season was brilliant. I reacted to every single Arsenal game. Next season, bigger and better, man. Bigger and better things coming to this channel. So I appreciate everyone that's tuned in. Everyone that's a part of the journey, whether you are my first subscriber or 3,200th subscriber. I appreciate it all. And if you want to be the next one on the journey to 4,000, I'd appreciate that as well. I've been wonderful. I appreciate you guys all for tuning into the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I appreciate all your input in the live chat as well. Everyone that commented throughout on the live chat, I do appreciate it. If you're watching this now, that it's stopped becoming a stream and is now a video on the channel, make sure you let me know in the comment section your thoughts on Arsenal potentially announcing Timber and Rice next week and who else you want to see Arsenal sign, as well as also ranking Arsenal's transfer window so far out of 10. If I was to rank it out of 10 so far, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. I want to see a DM and I want to see more outgoings. But for now, it's good progress. Nowhere near done yet. Nowhere near the finished article. But I like the movement. I like the direction Arsenal Football Club are going in. But that's the main thing. I appreciate everyone tuning into this stream. as always, my next video will be coming out tomorrow, and it will be another Arsenal transfer news daily on this channel. And then on Thursday, it's coming very, very soon. On Thursday, Arsenal Nuremberg match reaction straight after the game on this channel. So hit the bell notifications. You do not want to miss it. And Arsenal's first game of the season is in August against Nottingham Forest in the Premier League. I can't wait for that as well. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in, and I hope to see you all in my next one. Take care.